What's happening, guys, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new segment called Custom Props. Now today we're going to be recustomizing the Rubies Star-lord Blaster and make it look like the version from Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.2. So essentially what I have to do is go ahead and take out these screws here and then open it up, and then once I do that I'm going to add some plaster into it in order to give it some weight and make it feel like if it was actually made out of metal and a real prop. And then I'm going to have to go ahead and bore out the holes on the top here, and then after that it's just about giving it a paint job, weathering it, and making it look as if it's been used heavily in battle. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this is the first of many of my amazing commentaries, and now that I got ahead and got rid of the branding, I'm going to go ahead and unscrew this so that way I can take it apart and go ahead and bore out these holes so that way I can put in some plaster into it and give it that feeling as if it was a real blaster by adding some weight into it. Now you could put some metal rods into it, but I don't have that at the moment, so I'm just going to be putting in some plaster in order to give it that weight. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and bored out the holes and I've taken it apart, and now I have to add the little holes that are supposed to be right here on the top and the bottom. Now there's supposed to be 5, I believe, on the sides here, so I'm gonna go ahead and sketch them out first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use my Dremel tool so I can make the holes. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and I've done the holes on the sides of the blaster, and to cover them up all I did was put some tape, and to make sure nothing like dust or little dust particles get on there, I'm just going to cover it up with some more tape. And now it's just a matter of going ahead and filling it up with some plaster to give it some weight, and yeah, and then we put it back together and give it a paint job, and it's almost done. Alright, so the plaster is now dry, and before we go ahead and put it back together, I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint the inside of it black, and that's just a personal preference. I think that it'll make it look a lot better if it was black and not orange in the inside. Alright, so now that I've gone ahead and put it back together, I'm going to go ahead and use this wall filler right here and cover up the holes of the blaster. Now you could go ahead a step further and fill in the lines right here and go ahead and make the lines that are a little more accurate, such as these right here. but we're not going to be doing that for this video. It's just a quick tutorial on how to give this a better paint job and make it look as nice as possible and as screen accurate as the movie prop. Alright guys, so we're gonna get into the painting part of this project, and of course with any plastic we're gonna have to prime it first. So I'm just using this gray Rust-Oleum primer, and of course guys, always make sure that you wear a mask. Alright, so it's been 72 hours and the chrome paint has finally finished drying, and now we're just gonna go ahead and touch up on the black parts with some Testors flat black. And once I go ahead and do that, we're going to be adding the chrome and silver parts on the blaster with some Testors chrome and gold. And once we're done with that, I'm just gonna be using some fabric ink mixed with some water and just brush it over the chrome parts to give it a weathered look. And after that, it's just a matter of using these red and blue paints in order to do the burn effect right here on the ends of the blasters, and that'll be the end of the customization. customization of the Rubies Star-lord Blaster. Now before the video ends, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Andrew who made that amazing intro that you guys see in the beginning. I will leave his Instagram down in the description below, so please go and give him a follow. So with that being said, hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and until next time, I will see you in a minute.